consider supporting us on Patreon for just $1 or more per month. The link is below in the description. Hey, what's up everyone, Kim here with this week's Rock Band DLC review. In this video we're looking at the Yacht Rock Pack number 1, which is the first pack we have gotten since December last year. And it contains 3 songs. But is the songs any fun to play? Let's find out. The first song is Baby Come Back by Player. And the drum shot starts with a fast 8-hit beat on a hi-hat, with some semi-interesting pedaling. This is the beat you get in the whole chart though. The chorus is the same beat just on the blue right symbol, and the only differences is that you get a mix of the hi-hat opener in the beat after the second chorus, and there are some fills, which range from 2 to 3 tom hits with some breaks, to just cymbal hits. In the second half of the song, you also get a lot more fills though, some of it being rolls, which did spice up the chart a lot for me. But I still give the guitar shot a 5 out of 10, because it was really repetitive. The bass shot is also pretty repetitive, but in my opinion a bit better than the drum shot. The main riff is a mix of semi-short sustains, signal changes and 2 notch drums. The chorus does mix in some harmonies and different signal changes than the verses, but for the most part it's the same riff. You do get something different after the second chorus though, which is some different harmonies, sustains and signal changes. That's more or less what you get in the chart though. It's like I said before pretty repetitive, but the simple harmonies and signal changes was enjoyable, which is why I give the bass shot a 5.5 out of 10. The guitar shot is luckily a lot less repetitive than the 2 other charts. It starts with a couple of harmonies with long sustains at the end, until you get long sustains with a lot of signal changes between them, as well as a few harmonies here and there. The first verse is a mix of strumming with breaks on signal notes and chords, with some of them having short sustains. The second verse got no chords, but a lot of signal sustains, changes and hammer-ons. The choruses are a mix of chord and signal strumming, with hammer-on signal changes and sustains between them. After the second chorus you get a lot of hammer-ons, with long sustains and breaks between them. And this song also got a guitar solo at the very end of the song, which starts out pretty simple, with sustains, signal changes, hammer-ons and even some chords. But in the middle of it you get some harder hammer-ons. Overall this chart was pretty fun for the most part, and I can recommend you to get this song if you are a guitar player. I give the guitar shot a 7.5 out of 10. In summary, Baby Come Back is only really good on guitar, and pretty repetitive on bass and drums. The drum shot was repetitive, but was redeemed a bit towards the end. And while the bass shot had some enjoyable riffs, it was also really repetitive. I give Baby Come Back by Player a total score for a solid 6 out of 10. The second song of the pack is Brandy, You're a Fine Girl by Looking Glass, and the drum shots start with a 4 beat on a hi-hat, with some semi-interesting pedaling, before you get a super fast snare roll lane, which also mixes in some pedaling. This section did throw me a bit off because of the pedaling, but other than that it wasn't super hard. After a pretty fun feel you get the verse beat, which is the 4 beat again, which only have pedaling on the hits, never between. There is some triple pedaling here though. The chorus is more or less the same, just that you get some fast double kicks and extra snare hits a few times, as well as some continuously pedaling. This continues until after the second chorus, which is where you get a mix of hits and rolls on the yellow and blue tom. There is also a lot of feels in the chart, especially in the second half of it, which made this chart very enjoyable for me, even though the chart didn't really have that many beats. This song is pretty short though, so I won't hold it against it too much. I give the drum shot a 7.5 out of 10. The bass shot starts with the verse riff, which is a lot of signal changes, mixed with short sustains, 2 notch drums, and a hammer on here and there. The choruses are pretty much the same, just with some different signal changes, as well as more harmonies and some strumming for a short time, before you get a change into the verse again. This continues until after the second chorus, where you get a more strum heavy riff, with a lot of tempo changes. There is some signal changes here as well, just not as much as in the rest of the song. You also get a mix of harmonies and short sustains here. But overall, this chart was riddled with super fun riffs with signal changes. And I can recommend you to get this song for bass for sure. I give the bass chart an 8.5 out of 10. The guitar shot starts with some chord changes and hammer-ons, with a similar long sustain at the end before the riff starts. The first verse is very similar to the bass shot, and the second verse is more hammer-on heavy, with some single note and chord changes here and there. The choruses are a mix of single note and chord changes and hammer-ons, as well as some short and semi-short sustains. After the second chorus you get a tough riff of single note and chord changes and hammer-ons, with some short sustains and tempo changes in it. I struggled quite a bit here, and it does last for a while. You again get some chord and single note changes and hammer-ons before the last verse, which is the same as the first. So all in all, this chart isn't repetitive at all, every riff got something new in it, and every riff very enjoyable, if not a little bit tough. I think you will still enjoy this on hard though. I give the guitar shot an 8 out of 10. In summary, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl is really good on all the instruments. The bass and guitar shot especially, and for a short song it's not repetitive at all. If you want a fun song to play, then buy this one for sure. I give Brandy, You're a Fine Girl by Looking Glass a total score for a great 8 out of 10. The last song is Reminiscing by Little River Band, and the drum shot is a hi-hat roll beat during the whole chart. It kinda got a strange tempo of the hits though, but you can just do a normal hi-hat roll if you want to, although the pedaling can be a little bit difficult at times. The only difference is that there are 2 short fills, and that in the start and in the middle, you get pedaling only before the hi-hat roll starts. So all in all, this shot was repetitive and pretty uninteresting, and I give the drum shot a 4 out of 10. The bass shot starts with super slow strumming, with a change for every second strum. The rest of the shot is very long sustain heavy, with some single changes and hammer-ons between some of them. The choruses got more hammer-ons between the sustains though, which did make the shot more enjoyable for me. This shot is super easy to get zoned out of, because it's very simple and not super interesting. In the trumpet solo at the end you get some more single changes than hammer-ons though, which did make it more enjoyable. With that riff at the end, I can give the bass shot a 5 out of 10. The guitar shot luckily isn't repetitive at all, and got some fun riffs. It starts with some slow chord changes with tempo changes, as well as a long chord sustains at the end before it repeats. The first verse got 3-finger chord strumming, with tempo changes and breaks between them, and the second half of the verse is the synthesizer sounds, which got some hammer-ons mixed with long sustains, which ends with the same 3-finger chords again before the chorus starts, which is single sustains for the most part, until you get a mix of single changes and strumming, which was a lot of fun. After the first chorus you get the guitar solo, which got some long sustains, but also hammer-ons and single changes. The second verse got the single changes and strumming from the choruses again, which lasts for the entire verse. This song ends with a trumpet solo, which got a mix of single changes, strumming and hammer-ons. Some of the hammer-ons are actually pretty tough here, but overall this shot got some uninteresting sections with the sustains. But the rest with the 2 solos and the single changes did make this shot a lot of fun for me. I give the guitar shot a 7 out of 10. So in summary, Reminiscing is only good on guitar, just repetitive on drums, and the bass shot did pick up towards the end, but had a pretty uninteresting shot before that. I can only recommend guitar players to get this song, and I give Reminiscing by Little River Band a total score of a slightly above average 5.3 out of 10. So that's all the songs in the Yacht Rock Pack number 1. There is only really one song that I can recommend if you want to play all the instruments, which is Brandy. Reminiscing has a good enough guitar chart, and it's the same with Baby Come Back. So if you are a guitar player, then I can recommend the full pack for you. If not, then I would only buy this pack if you really enjoy the songs. I give the Yacht Rock Pack number 1 a total score of a solid 6.4 out of 10. But that's all for today's review. If you found the video helpful, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more open videos in the future. Check out some of our other videos here, and tell us your thoughts of this DLC single in the comments. Thank you as always for watching, and see you next time in the next video.